infection prevention and control. Please wash your hands. Infection prevention.
Yeah, right away now we have to start on the methods. And I hope to start with the natural family planning methods, and better for me to start with lactation amenorrhea. Start with lactation amenorrhea method. Lactation amenorrhea is in family planning method where a woman is naturally protected against pregnancy. But a woman is protected against pregnancy only if the baby gets at least 85% of the baby's feed as breast milk, meaning that the mother is able to breastfeed the baby frequently. That is when the woman is naturally protected against pregnancy. It is effective if the baby breastfeeds over 5 times or more during the day and 3 times or more during the night. Yes, it will be effective. Below those times, it may not be effective really. This lactation amenorrhea method is going to be effective if the menstrual periods have not resumed or they have not returned. The mother delivered and she's still breastfeeding and she has not yet received her menstrual periods, the lactation amenorrhea method is going to be working for them. But the moment they have periods already, that is enough to tell you that the estrogen hormone is now in control of the female reproductive system, and it can influence fertilization and reproduction. Yes. Lactation amenorrhea is effective if the baby is 6 months old. Above 6 months, we expect a baby to be weaned. Foods are going to be given to this baby rather than breast milk, because breast milk is no longer enough for the baby. The baby's body is growing bigger and the body needs more other requirement, food nutrients, food requirement from other types of food. So if the baby is 6 months old, the effectiveness is going to reduce. 6 months and above. But 6 months and below, the baby is going to feed very well, exclusively. Baby will be fed exclusively, and lactation amenorrhea method will be effective for this mother who opts to use it. How does lactation amenorrhea work, dear learners? How does lactation amenorrhea work? It works by stopping ovulation because breastfeeding changes the release of the natural hormones, progesterone and estrogen. So if the natural hormones are in saturation, they are going to suppress prolactin hormone. But if prolactin hormone is in saturation, it also suppresses the progesterone estrogen production of those natural hormones. Yes, the progesterone will suppress them if a woman is breastfeeding many times, exclusively a baby below 6 months. So that is how lactation amenorrhea works. Once again, it works by stopping ovulation because it changes the release of the natural hormones such that they are suppressed in their production. Well, we now have to look at the advantages of lactation amenorrhea method of natural family planning, where a mother does not use anything else rather than using the breast milk to feed her baby, and then make sure that prolactin hormone is in her saturation and all is well. Even when she goes for sexual activities, she will not be able to conceive because prolactin suppressed estrogen and progesterone. Advantages. To the mother, the effectiveness, it is effective actually and prevents pregnancy for at least the first 6 months. The mother is breastfeeding exclusively, she is preventing pregnancy for at least the first 6 months. That is an advantage. Secondly, it encourages the breastfeeding pattern. Thirdly, it can be used immediately after birth. Next advantage, there's no need to do anything at the time of sexual intercourse. Lactation amenorrhea is such a good method that there is no direct cost attached. It's just natural. You don't buy it. Is there anyone who buys breast milk? I doubt. because somebody has it. Leave alone these people who get breast milk from the breast milk bank. But if somebody is breastfeeding, they are protected. There are no supplies needed. That is an advantage. Much better, there are no hormonal side effects. Those are advantages. But those are mainly, if you look at them, if you analyze them, they are to the mother, advantages to the mother. When we talk about advantages to the baby, it provides the healthiest food for the baby. It protects baby from life-threatening diseases such as measles, pneumonia, diarrhea. If the baby is breastfed, they cannot get diarrhea diseases. They may not suffer from measles or pneumonia. Breastfeeding encourages bondage, that close relationship between the mother and the baby. I can ask you, dear learners, is there any one of you who loves their mothers? If you feel you love your mother and you really, without her, you can't stay, that means she bonded you and she breastfed you. If you feel you're not concerned with mother, or what is happening to her, you don't need to know if she's sick. They can call you, mom is sick. Say, I'll come. Let me first work. I'll come and then see her. That means she didn't bond you. But this person, the moment they're told mommy is sick, suffering from what? What is the problem? Oh, let me get a taxi. Let me jump on a boda to come. That means that person was bonded. So, breast milk helps to create bondage, a close relationship between the mother and the baby. Let's look at disadvantages. Lactation amenorrhea is effective for the first 6 months. The effectiveness after 6 months is not certain, meaning that it will not work after 6 months. Second, frequent breastfeeding may be inconveniencing to some mothers of these days who don't want to remove the breast and then feed the baby and fear breasts sagging and all that. So it is inconveniencing to them. But words of wisdom, me, I would think that if a woman delivers a child, they are supposed to breastfeed the child. Even when the breasts sag or become shapeless, the baby is supposed to get milk, irrespective of, of the nature of the breast. Disadvantages still. Chances that breast milk will pass HIV to the baby are certain. So, when one is using breastfeeding as a method of family planning, they are going to contract infections. STIs are possible to these people. Syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all those ones are very possible to this woman because she's not having any protection. Breast milk is not protecting the woman from contracting diseases. So, dear learners, that is the lactational amenorrhea method. If you have any concerns about lactation amenorrhea, do you have any questions for me? If you have questions to me, kindly drop them onto my email. I can be able to answer them. You can even use WhatsApp, no problem.